They aren't dead. Are you? Oh, hello. Welcome to the Lancaster Funeral Home and Cemetery. How may I help you? Oh, sorry. I thought you were someone who just arrived. Bored? Bit lonely? Yeah. Okay. Just fancy a bit of a chat then. Yeah, it is a bit weird, I suppose. Having a funeral home and cemetery be a bit touristy. Especially since people are still buried here. Oh, no, it's alright. We have signs up, and most people are pretty respectful when a funeral is, taking place. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, you do get the occasional idiot sometimes, but they're pretty easy to, kick out. Oh, okay. So you want to hear about the town and the families that live here? Yeah, no worries, Darl. You're still relatively new here. You can always tell the newbies. You have that certain confused look that, out-of-towners tend to have. No, it's okay, I recognize you now. It can take years to settle in and get used to everything. I tell you what. Here, have a cuppa. Water's nice and hot. Just a sip, you don't have to take too much. Alright, now take a seat. Well, where to begin? My parents have been in the death industry for a long time. You could say the family have been in it for over hundreds of years. The family business, so to speak. For most parents, the idea of their children wanting to be a doctor or a lawyer is filled with happiness. For me and my siblings, though, it was greeted with anger and hostility. Now, the extended family had businesses all over the world. Yeah, we're the Aussie branch of the family, so... Yeah, okay, so... Shh, hey, just let me finish, I'll tell you. There's a small chapel used for funeral ceremonies. And there's a pub down the road for a wake. I know, you gotta have your piss up afterwards. You've probably seen the graveyard, yeah? It is pretty big. There's also large gardens nearby. It's beautiful. Some of the spots are incredible. Many of the graves are old, and we're known for maintaining the graves to a high degree. My parents maintained the standards that were put in place by their parents, and so on and so on. During the day, you can nearly forget what the place actually is. It is beautiful. It's peaceful, They can finally be at rest. Wait, what? You want to see a brochure? I'm sure you've seen it before. Yeah, I can give you one on a tour later on. Anyway, where was it? Oh yeah, the gardens. They're gorgeous. You can nearly forget about the rotting corpses under the rich, fertile grass. I love the flowers and the rolling hills. Oh, so where was I going with this story? Oh yeah. Hey, look, I'm getting to it. I talk in circles, okay? You'll get used to it. part of the reason why my family have devoted ourselves, and the lives of our descendants, to looking after the dead and to grave sites. It's due to a pact with a demon. Now, so long as my family tends to the dead, the curse cannot harm us. And now we've become guides, or protectors of the dead, as I like to call us. How? Oh, well, there are several different versions about how this happened. Some of my uncles say it happened when an ancestor was caught looting from a battlefield. Others say it was for riches, or possibly even during the Crusades. It's hard to say. I don't think anyone actually knows. For all my family's luck, it was probably just some idiot kid trying and failing to learn Latin. Then boom! Demon and a family curse that lasts generations. Oh, okay. You didn't want to hear about all that? Well, alright, okay. So, how about learning about some of the structures here? So, okay, ooh, the family crypt. I often get asked about the family crypt. The surprisingly large structure is old, and no one knows quite when it was built. There are two angels on either side of the doorway, wings outstretched. One is praying to the heavens, and the other is holding a sword, as if ready to strike any wrongdoer for daring to enter the mausoleum uninvited. The name Lancaster is written on top, just above the old family coat of arms. It is quite an imposing structure considering it is for the dead. There are many stone coffins inside, and they are all empty. Why, you ask? My family do not die. We are immortal, and naturally we cannot show people this. It would be foolish. We can still bleed and still feel pain. We can be weakened, but we can never die. There's always a chance that we will be taken and experimented on. Or who knows really. I prefer not to think about it. Outsiders probably wouldn't understand, and I guess my family will always be outsiders to them as well. So my family would always somehow die on the property due to natural causes. One of the local physicians who discovered the family's secret helps us surprisingly with this. I'm not sure how, I'm not sure why this came into being. Anyway, the family member is declared dead. No need to get the cops involved. A funeral is held and the friends of the family mourn. It can't be easy for them to lose someone they care about, or think that they did. It isn't easy to watch. Watch your friend grieve. Watch them live their life at a distance. You won't be there for celebrations. And you won't be there for hard times either. Only able to watch at a distance. The family pretend to grieve the loss of their kin. Cry, wail, and wish things had ended differently. At least, come to think more on it, their public face is now dead and their life in the underworld is about to begin. At birth, there are 10 dice that are rolled to determine how long a person would live for. Until their death day, as we call it. Sometimes, someone is able to live for a long time. The youngest age for someone to pass is 10, while the oldest is 60. There is a joke in my town that we don't live very long, and my family do everything to support this rumor. 60? Yeah, I know. 60 is pretty young these days, especially for women. But you have to remember that this has been in place for hundreds of years. So, yeah, are you okay if I keep explaining things? After the funeral, the person never faces the town ever again and only goes out at night. Faces covered to avoid detection. Technology has made it increasingly difficult to continue to hide ourselves, so it has become more common for that family member to move away. To start a new life somewhere. Not exactly fun. But there is something about tending to graves that we can never escape. We always eventually make our way back home. Look, if you keep interrupting, I know a place I can put... Oh, what number did the dice roll for me? Well, I got a 1, 1, 5, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, I think. Yep, I die publicly at 26 years of age. About a year and a half away from where I am now. Anyway, can I continue? Yes? Thank you. Yeah, you do interrupt a lot. The close proximity to death has allowed us to speak to the dead. It isn't uncommon for us to hear their whimpering during the night. So, we go out there to keep them company and offer them a listening ear. What do I think it is like? Well, some of them have described it as being unable to move but only be able to scream at the top of their lungs. Only for no one to hear them. They're lonely. Sad. The ground is often cold. They don't know where they are. And it is always worse if they have suffered greatly before they pass. We've dug up some of the bodies. And sometimes they manage to dig themselves up if they were particularly lonely. Loneliness is never easy. We will stroke their hair and offer a warm liquid to their lips to comfort them before returning them to their slumber. Some even ask why their families don't come visit them anymore. It is hard to explain to them that they are dead, and that their families need to keep on living. We blow out the candles in the lanterns during our grim rounds to check on the dead. When you're buried with us, you become our family and we look after you. Is it scary? Well, sometimes it can be. I don't know if I should... You know what, I will. If someone has been murdered or they took their own lives, their thoughts are often erratic, frightened and desperate to escape. They're in mourning for their loss, or they want revenge on the person who harmed them. So much pain. We tend to always keep a close eye on them, considering their tragic end. It is only natural, I suppose. These ones are capable of moving quite fast, and are quite aware of the power they have. They bite and scratch at those around them, struggling to get out of their graves, and no amount of kindness can ease them. It hurts. Sometimes we have to bind their angry souls to their rotting corpses to keep them in their graves. It is so cruel. Unfortunately, it is the only method we have found that works to keep them there. Some of the spirits many years ago managed to get out to strike out at their attackers, and some of those attackers ended up here, buried close by. Which ones are the hardest to cope with? Well, I would say that the children that come into our care. Tiny bodies in equally tiny coffins. Surprisingly, the ones of babies or small children who are abused in life are usually the hardest. Their spirits are strong, screaming into the darkness, filled with both love and hate. Occasionally, we can help them find peace. We take their small bodies and cradle them, hold them tenderly and sing a lullaby to them to drift them back to sleep. So, the dead are not truly dead, at least as you know it. They remain alive for as long as we are here to listen to them, to care for them, to love them. I've gotten used to the job. No choice, right? Family business and all that. Wait. Why am I telling you this? Yes, I'm telling you the truth. And oh. Why would I tell someone a secret like this and risk it getting out? I thought you knew. I'm sorry. You're dead. You've been dead the past 10 months. Your best friend killed you for your money. There was a funeral for you here, and all your loved ones came to say goodbye. Shh. It's okay. It's okay. We're here. We won't abandon you. We'll take care of you. You're not alone. You'll never be alone again. And it is time for you to go back to sleep. I hope you enjoyed that, my little spooklings. Let me know in the comments section down below, and don't forget to stab the like button. The winner of the birthday mug is Chris Washington. Get in touch with me via email or Twitter to send me your details. Also, check out this artwork made by Mad Chatter. His contact information is in the description below. Also, I commissioned this art by Penny Tailsup. Her contact information is in the description below. I believe both of them are taking commissions, and clearly they are both incredibly talented. I would also like to thank my patrons for supporting the channel. Naturally, all my contact information is in the description below. Check it out if you want to say hi. Stay safe, my little spooklings. And remember, I'll be watching you.